Hey, what's up? This is Damien from Angelwolf Studios, and I'm sitting today. Weird, huh? Yeah. Well, good afternoon. Start off. I actually tried to make it. It's like just turned noon. I tried to make it earlier. I woke up at like 10. And I said, you know what, let me just lay down for just a little bit. And then I woke up, and I'm thinking not much time has passed. But I look at the clock. For some reason, I don't see the first couple of numbers, and I see 06. So I was like, oh, so I've only been laying down for like 6 minutes? That doesn't feel right. Then I look again, it's 11:06. I'm like, damn, what? Then I got distracted by TikTok, like everybody else that has the app anyway. So, what's going on? Today, I'm gonna go finish this table. It's gonna be completely finished today, except for sanding, obviously. And what else? I think that's it today. I don't have to clean because everything's already been cleaned. Everything stayed clean, which is great. I think the only reason why I'm out of bed right now is because I forgot to take the trash out last night. Or, yeah, I forgot. Oh, okay. So I maybe not really last night, but like I was new. Trash has to go out tomorrow. Trash has to go out tomorrow. And when I woke up, I remember saying to myself, I need to take the trash out. And then I laid back down. Used to be that they would be here at like 9:30. So so I would be already too late to bring it out. And then I heard beep, 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 because I live in a dead end street. And so when they come to pick up the trash, they back up. At least the one truck does. And I'm like, holy crap, I gotta run and get the trash out. Just to let you know, this happens way too often. The way it happens so often, it's almost normal for me. Don't judge me. I see you judging me. Stop that. Anyway. So today is going to be finishing off the table with cup holders and everything. And then sanding can start. Now, I'm just gonna let my friend know that sanding's gonna be ready for sanding today, so that they know that they need to come down in a couple of days or whatever, or tomorrow if possible, to sand the table. What's after that? Good question. I have been doing more research, and I think I know exactly what my topic is going to be for my first podcast. So that's good. and I think I'm just going to take it one podcast at a time, basically. There was somebody that's mentioned something about planning ahead for future podcasts, but I don't have the time for that. I am. This is a one man show for the most part, and I just don't have the time to be sitting here just, you know, constantly researching stuff when I have stuff to do. So one of the things I do want to do is I want to separate out my little parts, because I had some ideas for some of those little parts and I would like to bring them to fruition like as soon as possible, because I think they're really good ideas. But we'll see about that. Otherwise, there is some bad news on the horizon. So, if you watch my Facebook page, you will see I just posted an article last night. And it's something that kind of freaks me out because I'm a small business and it's going to hit me hard. I just hope I can steer against it properly so that it doesn't hit me as hard as I know it's going to be. So, the thing is, since April, and well, since mid-March, since people were starting to be locked down, there are a lot of people that have decided now is the time to get stuff done. So I don't blame people for that. But there are certain suppliers, and I'm going to be speaking about one in particular, that has not prepared for what's happening. Actually, no, I'm going to speak about two. First one being companies that sell fabric. I just ordered some recently, so I'm waiting on that to show up. And I think it's taking so long because of the same thing. Here comes the next truck. No, that's a different type of truck. That's a truck that should not be here today. Unless you call them, obviously. It's the truck that picks up your bulk trash, like couches and stuff. I know a neighbor has a couch that's sitting outside. And there's another neighbor that has all that stuff sitting outside too, so that's what they're here for. But anyway, I digress. So, fabric dealers have been having a hard time because as soon as the whole mask thing came up and people are starting to wear masks, there we go. And people are starting to wear masks, and people making their own masks. The supply of fabric has been not depleted, but it's hurting. And the other thing that's been hurting is lumber. Now, for now, everything seems okay, but there are places that are already out of certain things. So, I really hope that I can find a way to steer against it well enough to where it doesn't hit me as hard as I feel it's going to. And the thing is, like I said, so many people have been sitting at home and doing projects that they haven't been able to do before, or because they didn't have the time. So now that they're either unemployed or trying to create their own jobs, um, they are, wow, they're using materials 5 times more than normal. There was in the article that I posted, there was a lumber company that was saying that they sold 5 months worth of lumber in one single month. And the reason why we already know that there's going to be a shortage soon is because with all the lockdowns, with everybody, closing their businesses because they're non-essential, um, they're not able to catch up at all. So that's that's harsh. So a lot of these places, they were deemed immediately non-essential, so they stopped working altogether. Um, Mostly like loggers, which to me, the thing is with loggers is you're not out there with like 30, 40 people cutting down trees. You have a small team of maybe what, 10, if possible, and they're all doing different things in different places. So I don't understand why they would need to be considered non-essential and have to stop working. And this is just speculation, so I'm not really sure, how they actually do their thing. But um, some lumber mills were able to stay at 50% capacity. Then you have retailers that had to, cut down on like time and whatever so that they could have the time to do disinfecting and whatnot. So, yeah. What some people are going to be doing, I think with lumber, it's going to be just like the toilet paper situation. Like major like construction companies are scared. Okay, they are scared. They have contracts that they have to fulfill, and they can't because like they have to pick and choose which jobs they're going to be able to finish. You know, and I mean, I don't use as much lumber as some of these other companies, but if there's a shortage, it's going to hit everybody, not just the big companies. So, what some people are doing, or planning on doing at least, and comes from as close as Tennessee, Nashville. There's some people that are going to be stocking up on lumber. Um, And if you've been watching my channel, if you've been keeping up with any of my social media, you know I don't have room to stock a warehouse worth of materials. So what I'm gonna try to do. I don't know if it's possible. What I'm gonna try to do is, um, I'm gonna try to see if I can get the funds to purchase a bulk amount of lumber and a container, or like rent a container. Since I don't have a car, um, I can just plop one right in the freaking driveway and that'll be it. And that should be it. Otherwise, I really don't know what to do as far as storing this stuff. I was thought about maybe using some of the money that I get, if I get money funding for the lumber, if I can go ahead and get like one of those sheds. You know how like Home Depot and Lowe's, they have these sheds that sit outside. If I can get like one of those and they're easy to put together, that I can just like set one of those up temporarily and store the lumber in there. I think that might be a good idea. The only thing is, I have no place to put it. It's like I'm looking in my backyard right now, and I mean, there's like for the smaller sheds, there's space, but for the amount of lumber that I'm going to need, I'm gonna need something that's at least as big as my garage or carport, which is I think 15 feet long. I have to measure it again, but it's like it only fits like one car, so I need about that much more space to be able to handle having it's like storing wood. And the other thing to boot is hurricane season's coming, so it has to be a completely covered thing. It can't just be like a canopy, like one of those plastic things. Hurricane will tear those things up. So it has to be something substantial in order for me to use it properly, or to use it for what I need it. So this is the look of worry. I definitely can't put anything out front per se. You know, the other thing I can do, instead of getting a container here, I can get a storage unit and store my wood in the storage unit. If I can get a storage unit, it's probably going to cost more to get it in a certain place. But if I can get a storage unit that's close enough, and then like at that point my lumber runs will just be, instead of me going to Home Depot or Lowe's, it'll be me going to my storage unit to pick up wood. I can do that. I don't think those are that expensive. At least my sister says she has one, and it's not. She says it's not that expensive. I might have to talk to my mom. They have one too. So, and see how much this thing would cost me. And hell, I mean, maybe even this is like the first step towards getting a workshop in one of these containers. You know, that would be freaking amazing. You know, since I'm getting rid of a bill here soon, and if it's cost less than how much that bill was to rent a climate controlled storage unit, I'd do it. We'll see. All right, so let me get out of here. Let me go and take care of the things I need to take care of. Like I said last night, last night, I have one more side of the table to put on, then I have the cup holders to put in. So, and then the legs. So, one side, cup holders, legs. And then I can move that out of the way, and I can cut the parts for what's coming up next for this particular thing. So, one thing, before I go, one thing I did notice is that there's not a lot of people worrying about this. I've only heard about this from like 2 or 3 people. So, you know what? I'm going to see if I can contact a local mill, or at least a place that sells or that makes plywood. If I could find one close by. I have trees in my backyard that I've been wanting to get rid of. So I can tell them to come here and take up these. I don't know if they need to like dry them or anything, but actually plywood, I think they need to do that while it's still green. Like it's still like fresh cut, I think. And if that's the case, then I can give them a couple of trees to take care of, as long as they're coming to get it for free. As long as they don't charge me for it. I'm trying to I'll be supporting the, how do you put it? Trying to support a lumber mill shortage. I guess I don't know how to say it. And be like, look, just come pick up these trees. You can cut them down, take them with you. You can keep them free of charge. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Anyway, let me get on. I've been babbling on too long, which is actually a good sign, because I was always worried about maybe not having enough content for my podcast. But since I could sit here for half an hour and talk to you people without having a topic, I do have a topic, but without doing anything else, then podcast should be easy. Anyway, I'll check you guys later. Let me go outside and do some work. Here I am out cutting wood again. So, I just got done making the supports. And then there was something that I noticed. Let me show you. Okay. So what I noticed was, see if we can get this to come back up. There we go. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like slightly off that way in the back. I managed, like, these screws here are the ones to adjust that. So I did a little bit of adjusting. I got it a little bit closer, but not perfect. So I don't know how to get it to be perfect, but I'm gonna keep trying. But for now, I am going to go inside and I keep forgetting to get this key. Always take the key out just in case. So, I'll take a break right now. Grab a Gatorade. I'm sweating like hell. And I have to charge the batteries to the drills. Because I'm about to be doing a little bit more drilling, making more holes and stuff. But I don't want that to crap out on me in the middle of doing that. So, that's one. That's two. Let those go. Play some games with my son, and be back at it right afterwards. So it's 9 o'clock. Stop shaking. Have you been drinking? Why are you shaking? Stop. Okay, thank you. So, most of the table done. Got everything done except for the legs. I just have to make sure the holes. I'm just gonna make sure the holes in the legs are straight, which just takes me using my drill press. That's all. Nothing big. I'm kind of upset though, for two reasons. One, because I forgot to take this off. I changed my shirt so I can play video games with my son. So I put this on. This is my comfy shirt. This is the shirt that I wear, when I'm not, planning on doing anything or going out anywhere. So now I'm gonna wash it. I know. First world problems, right? Well, I ordered food today. I didn't feel like cooking. And I ordered Popeyes specifically because I love their chicken sandwich. And everything was fine until I go to pick up my food. So the lady from DoorDash shows up, asks me where she can put my food. I tell her where to put it. She puts it down. It's just across from me on the workbench. And then I stop what I'm doing to go get the food, to bring it inside, because I just don't want ants or anything to get into it. So, she puts it down and she takes off, bolts. And it was raining, but it wasn't raining that hard that you had to run to your car or anything like that. But, like, she was quick to get out of there. And I want to say, I want to believe that it's just because she has another order that she has to deliver in the area. But then when I go over to my food, I noticed that first it came in 2 bags, which is not normal. Normally it's always been coming in 1 bag. And one of the bags is completely freaking destroyed. So you can't even call it a bag anymore. It looked like, literally, the person dropped my food in a puddle. Food was okay. But the thing is, there's a seal on the bag. The seal means that nobody has tampered with your food or touched your food since it was prepared. I need DoorDash, Postmates, and all these other food delivery apps to get on board with Uber and let me tip after my food shows up. Main reason for this is because I've had rude people. I had a guy from Caesars, like they had a mask on and everything, and I was well over like 12 feet away from the person. And, well, 12 feet away from where they were going to be putting my food. They said my name and everything, and then I had a table about 12 feet away from me, about 10 to 12 feet away from me. And I said, just put it there on the table. Thank you so much. The motherfucker threw my fucking pizza onto the table. Like he was afraid to fucking touch the damn table. Excuse my French. But he already got his tip. So why should he care, right? I've had people show up in a bad mood where I say thank you, have a nice day. They just look at me and walk away without saying anything. Don't say hello, don't say goodbye, nothing. Now I understand, because I've been in customer service before. And I understand that it's hard for some people. And depending on what's going on in your life, it can get harder. But when I was in customer service, I had a smile on my face every day. No matter what was going on. The best customer service that I've ever gotten was from a lady from the Department of Social Services in Charlotte, North Carolina. I thanked her for the pleasant transaction, the pleasant interaction with her. And I said something along the lines of, I hope you continue to have a great day. And she's like, oh no, honey, I am not having a good day. But I don't have to. It's not your fault that I'm having a bad day. So I don't need to be showing you that I'm having a bad day. Why can't everybody do that? The worst phrase in history when it comes to customer service is misery loves company. Just because you had a bad day does not mean that you need to give me a bad day. I was so content with my day today. Even though it was raining. It was raining hard too. Even though it was raining. I was in a good mood. Until the point where I pick up my food, or even look at my food, and I see that the bag is destroyed. I can't turn to the person and ask what happened, because the chick's already gone. And she held it in a way that I couldn't see what was going on. All she had to do was say, I am so sorry. The food or the bag slipped, dropped, got wet. All she had to do was tell me that this is what was happening. Or this is what happened. She didn't have to just give me the stuff and leave. That's wrong, dude. Anyway. One of these days I'm going to go and I'm going to start a series called Off Topic, because things like this, I need to rant. With there's so much more to say, but like if I say things like right now in this video, I'm going to hurt some people's feelings. People don't like to be told about themselves. So, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to go to bed pissed. No, I'm not going to go to bed yet. I'm going to drink a Gatorade. Maybe even eat something. I lost my appetite. Gatorade, water, bed. That's the order of things that are going to happen. I'm probably still going to be pissed. I'm going to probably wake up tomorrow pissed. We'll see. See you in the next video.